Welcome, everyone, to the Sun Bowl, home field for the UTEP Miners. And the Miners will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa State's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits where you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12. Every single...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Cyclones will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and take it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So UTEP's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Turning it on! First down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out.
Oh, out of space. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Miners will line it up on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Going to try to get it himself. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback making adjustments. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's got it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort. Now, all of a sudden, the offense, man, they are knocking on the door.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Utah.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Caught in the backfield, it's Guerrero. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He wants to change this route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UTEP.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Iowa Iowa State sending the offense back out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got the tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Guerrero. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Vance. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Cyclones are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up and throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Miners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. On the move at the 30. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Got enough space. Touchdown, Miners. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Nebraska is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They are up by 37 over Maryland. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab. It's Daniel. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Vance. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle. It's Daniel.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets it to him on the screen.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll trim the deficit to 15. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso.
And the Cyclones will line Kick off and start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He's got him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. He might want another play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Miners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Trying to pick up a first down. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've settled for field goals on each of their last two drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Hold it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20.
False start on offense.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. With the catch, it's Daniel. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Cyclones will call on their punt team. Makes the grab close to the logo. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UTEP! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Benz. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They go to the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Miners will punt it away on 4th down. The kick is on its way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. A strike downfield. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run from the shotgun. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Fires toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The quick out.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. The Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UTEP.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
That's interference. Offense.
A very productive play until... wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And the Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The pull and throw off the RPO. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Gets it out fast. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And the Cyclones will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's caught. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. That 2nd down loss was not exactly what they had in mind. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 8. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The snap sets up the throw. Going for 6. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go